YouTube, what's happening? Coming at y'all with a video, man. It's been a while since I posted anything, but it's been a lot going on as usual. But it's all for the good. I got a lot of projects I've been working on, big things going on. Got some big things that I'm putting into place for the new year. But one of my biggest things, I'm not gonna reveal until later on in the month, a couple of weeks from now. But just to give everybody kind of a rundown on what's been going on with the truck lately. I don't even know where to start, honestly. But it pretty much all, boils down to my last, most recent Landstar inspection. I went and got my truck and my trailer inspected. Trailer passed, no problem. The truck itself had a few issues. I had a small air leak that was audible under the hood off the firewall. Only reason I was never able to notice it is because it only leaks whenever I, put my foot on the brake. So that was no big deal. It was just a fitting, one of the little push, quick disconnect things or whatever. It was going out. So new fitting, boom, done. Had an ABS light that for some strange reason decided it wanted to start acting up the day I took the truck in to get inspected. Didn't come on any other time. Now it will come on and off, as I'm driving, but what Freightliner doesn't? So they failed me for that. So I had to get the truck looked at, and I use a third-party shop. I don't go to no dealerships or any truck stops. I don't use big name places. So I've been using a specific shop pretty much since I've been with Landstar, and they've been doing me good for a while, so far. So they failed me for that, and they failed me for a wheel seal that was leaking. And I had actually had the wheel seal done before that because it was really bad. Like it was slinging grease or oil or whatever it was all over the inside of the tire on the back. So I went back to the shop so they can replace the seal again. I figured maybe it was just done wrong or whatever. It seemed like it could possibly be a straightforward job. But, I took it back. They took everything apart, checked everything, put it back together. And while they had it, they was troubleshooting the ABS. Ended up needing a new ABS module, so got that. And it was something else I had to get done. The wheel seal, the ABS, and there was something else I can't remember. But something that I actually wanted them to look at. It wasn't an issue with the shop the first time. It was just something I wanted them to do, and I actually asked them to do this before the inspection, and it was I'm guessing it's called an input shaft or whatever going into the rear end. Right where it goes into the rear end, it was leaking oil. So I'm like, can you figure out where the oil is coming from, replace the seal or whatever if you have to. So they did that. And it wasn't leaking that bad. I just noticed it was wet on the bottom of that rear end. So I had them fix that even before the inspection. So when I get to the inspection, from the time I drove my truck from where I park it all the way to the inspection site, it was dripping in fluid. So I'm like, okay, they didn't do something right. So they failed me right there on the spot. So back to the shop I go, and they're good. They're really, honestly, they're a good shop. They help me out a lot when it comes to certain things. So they didn't charge me labor or anything like that. I just literally paid for a new part. And they actually looked at it a lot closer, and come to find out, The part that input shaft goes into was wore out. It was kind of, out of round or whatever. So it's kind of like more oval shaped instead of being round. So it was wore out. So that was like, even with a new seal, it's gonna wear out faster again. So I had to get a new housing for wherever that part goes into. No big deal. Got that part done. Took the truck back, inspected, and it passed. So that was a majority of my time where why I haven't been posting anything, along with the fact that I've been grinding real hard even before my inspection. Because I pull van freight, off and on at least twice a week with my personal van, and then I run containers the rest of the time. And when it comes to the containers, I be grinding nonstop. So a lot of times I don't even pull my phone out to even, I don't even think about, making a video. And I keep saying I want to get better at posting content on a regular basis for y'all, but it just doesn't happen. So after today, I'm going to say again that I'm planning to make a video at least, if not once a day, a few times a week. If I can do a video every day, I will. But outside of that, once I passed my inspection, I went straight to pick up a load for the agent that I run for. I run containers and van freight for this one agent or two agents, and everything was running fine for a while. Fast forward, a few weeks, and I ended up with like 3 nails and 3 different drive tires. So I got 2 of them plugged or patched, since for some strange reason this particular truck stop didn't use plugs. And one of my tires actually still has a nail in it. So I'm going to try to find somebody that can plug it. I'm not replacing them because them tires are still freaking new. I got a long time before them tires wear out. So outside of that, I just air the tire up on my own. I got my own air hose. I just air it up, check my air pressure every day, twice a day. Because even with the nail, it's a slow leak. So, outside of that, like I said, I run a van load once or twice a week, and I run containers the rest of the week. Come home on the weekends. Right before Christmas, I was coming back from taking a container to North Carolina, and my container freight is dropping hook, most of it. So I drop in North Carolina, pick up an empty container, take it to the port, and then I usually just go home after that. So on the weekends, I usually I drop the empty container at the port, and I turn the chassis in, and then I go pick my van up and go home. Because I usually start out my week the next week with a van load. So I picked up my van this last time before Christmas. I get all the way to my house right before I get ready, not my house, but into my home city. Right before I park my truck, I push my clutch pedal in, and I'm at a complete stop. So I push the clutch in all the way down to the brake, so I can put the truck in the gear, so I can turn into my truck parking spot. And when I pushed the clutch pedal down, it felt like something snapped, and then the clutch pedal didn't come back up. So I limped it into the parking lot. I can't use the clutch brake. The clutch don't even, I have to literally turn the truck off to put it in gear, and then crank it up in a low gear just to get it to move. And I can float gears outside of that, no problem. But as far as using the clutch, it's completely done. I mean, I don't think it's the clutch itself. I think it's a seal or a line or something that blew out, because when I popped the hood, the little reservoir on the firewall was completely empty. So my mechanic is saying it's probably I blew a bottom plate or a seal or something out on the slave cylinder. So the truck's on the way to the shop to get that looked at starting Friday, since they'll be closed. So that's pretty much where I'm at now. Once I get that part put in, I'm gonna have them do a PM at the same time and get back out there and making this money. But that's pretty much where I'm at with the truck. So hopefully I get back out here this next week and start, catching up on the revenue, bringing that money home. But y'all stay tuned because, like I said earlier in the video, I have some things that I'm working on. I'm not gonna reveal them until later on, a few weeks from now. But pretty much, I go ahead and just give a little hint that I'm starting another channel. I'm gonna keep this channel up, but I'm starting a new channel. I'll put a link to that channel somewhere in the video. Pretty much that channel is going to be more geared towards, daily things outside of trucking. Just to keep from having too many gaps in the times that I post videos trucking related. If you don't see a video get posted about anything trucking related on this channel, you'll probably see something get posted on my other channel about whatever it may be. Whether it's, well, I'm not going to say what it could be about because then I would be giving away what some of my moves that I've been working on. They say working, move in silence, Don't let everybody know what you got going on because somebody could be out there trying to stop you because they don't want to see you get ahead in life. But y'all stay tuned. Like I said, I'll post that new channel in the video here shortly. Other than that, man, that's pretty much where I'm at. I've been chilling at home, since Christmas. And, by the way, Happy New Year, everybody. I hope that everybody's 2020 is starting out good. I hope that I got some good things in place for y'all, great things happening. All of this new stuff coming out, with as far as the trucking industry. We just gonna have to deal with it and push forward. Outside of that, guys, y'all stay safe. Keep the wheels down in between the ditches. And I'll see y'all on the next one.